everybody, Charles for HumbleMechanic.com, and it's Thursday, so it's review day. Today we're going to be talking about the Streamlight Stylus Pro flashlight. A couple of things before we get rolling, a couple of video tech tips. One, make sure you don't have your microphone left on all day and have a dead battery. Two, make sure that you actually put the microphone on, don't just leave it hanging in your lap. It makes the audio terrible. You can read into whatever you want about why I have to give you those tech tips, but I just got to throw them out there because it's hilarious. Anyway, like I said, today we're looking at the Streamlight Stylus Pro flashlight. This is one of my top 5 favorite tools in my toolbox. I did a whole show on that a few weeks ago, but I had also promised that I would do a review specifically on this light and tell you guys all about why I like it, and so we're doing that today. I have owned probably in the neighborhood of 10 to 15 of these lights over the years. I went through a ton of small flashlights to try and find something that worked both, for everyday carry, because I always keep a flashlight on me, and in the shop, more importantly in the shop. I'm the technician that has a flashlight right here in my shirt pocket, always on me all the time, and it took a while to find something that worked really well for me, that wasn't, really crappy or didn't have a weird battery that it, would take special ordering to buy. So I'm really happy with this one. It's been the best one I've found. Again, I own probably in the neighborhood of 10 of these. This is the one that I carry with me all the time. You can see it's worn out on this side versus this side. This is the side that rubs my pocket knife in my pocket. This is the one I keep in my backpack. This is the next one in line to go to the shop. I got 2 at the shop, one for everyday use and then the one for the backup. Let's see, 1 in each car. We got the micro that I keep in my desk, and probably 1 or 2 that, maybe 1 in here, probably a couple more that I feel like I've lost and went ahead and replaced. But like I said, it took me a really long time to find something that worked so well. The pros of this light, it's small. It's small enough that it does fit perfectly comfortably in my shirt pocket or in my pants pocket. It's not one of those big bulky flashlights that, a couple of the guys at the shop carry around the big one in their back pocket or something, and I would lose it. It would fall out of my pocket, and a customer would get a free, really expensive flashlight. They're also super strong. I beat the hell out of these lights. Like I said, you can see this is just wear from being in my pocket all the time. Dropped them in coolant, dropped them in oil, dropped them in brake fluid, dropped them, down the engine, banging around, dropped them on the floor. I'll admit that I've been frustrated before and taken it and thrown it into my roll cart like that. And, you pick it up, either turn it on or turn it off, and it works just fine. So I've never broken one of these lights. I think the worst that I did was ruin the cover where the LED, behind the LED, and that was because I got carburetor cleaner on it, and it basically melted the plastic. So that's the only damage I've ever really been able to do to one of these. They do have a rubber seal. Like I mentioned, I've dropped them in coolant and oil before, so that's meant to keep the moisture out, obviously. Now, if you submerge this, I can't promise you it's going to hold up very well, but I've dropped it in coolant, picked it up, wiped it off, dried it off, and it just keeps on going. It does also have a really nice clip. The shirt pocket clip or the pants pocket clip is something that, you traditionally would be a weak spot in a light or a pen or anything like that. And this is another one that I've never been able to break. Obviously, I don't try to break it, but, like I said, I beat these up pretty hard, and they hold up really, really well. They run on 2 AA batteries, which is awesome that you don't have to run around trying to find some kind of specialty battery or, some of them are rechargeable. The concern I would have there would be the charger port wearing out or getting messed up. But running on 2 AA is awesome. I recommend rechargeables just for the waste factor, but if you don't, 2 AA batteries you can find just about anywhere, which is really cool. They're ultra bright. They're 65 lumens, which is incredibly good for such a small flashlight. I know when you get in the bigger lights, even the bigger stream lights, you get really bright, but it's hard to fit that in your shirt pocket and carry it around without your pocket hanging open or, having some awkward weight distribution all day long. It may sound silly, but that can matter when, you have a bunch of things in this pocket and nothing in this pocket, or a big flashlight in this pocket. It can sort of throw your balance off, which, like I said, it sounds kind of dumb, but it can be really important. The battery life's pretty good. I have a really bad habit of leaving the light on, and what I'll do is I'll put it in my shirt pocket, and then you'll see like the shirt pocket glow. What happens in the wintertime is I'm wearing a coat over it, so you sort of lose the ability to see the glow, so nobody tells you, hey man, your light's on. So I go through batteries pretty fast, but again, I use it all the time. So the fact that I wear out batteries so fast is more me leaving the light on than anything. It also has a really nice coating. It's got good grip. This one's got more of a machine finish. This one's just got the standard black. It's more like an anodized finish. And it holds up really well. Like I said, this one where the finishes come off is very, very, very abused. My pocket knife rubs it all the time, and I always have them both in my pocket, and my light goes here and the knife is here, so it forever rubs, which is why this one's worn out. Again, that's more my abuse, not necessarily the product. There are a few things that if I was going to build this light from scratch or, you know, redesign this one, that I would change. And I think this is one that I've read that other people have issues with too. And that's really the strength that it takes to push the button. I'm pushing the button here, which this is a momentary hold, so you can hold it, let it go, hold it, let it go, hold it, let it go, and it doesn't click on. But if you want to click it on, it does take a little bit more pressure than I feel like is really necessary in order to push the button. It's not terrible, and you get used to it. And I've actually found if you push it with your index finger, you can get on the button itself a little bit better. I'll show you guys that real quick. You can get on the button a little bit better right down at the bottom, that white piece there, and it makes it easier. Now you could also take the cap off the back, but then you lose the ability to keep dust and grime out of the back of the flashlight. So I wouldn't recommend that, just to make the button push a little bit easier. And it does soften up a bit as the flashlight breaks in. These two aren't used all that often, but as they wear and break in, that does get easier. And again, that's a very, 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 very minor thing, almost to the point where I feel ridiculous complaining about it. And I'm not really complaining. It's just something I want to make sure you guys are aware of. If you decide you want to buy this light, it's something you need to know. Overall, I think it's a great light. For me, anytime I can buy a tool under 30 bucks and be happy with it, I'm really happy. A $30 dice roll on a good quality tool is nothing. You could spend 100 bucks on a light and get a good light and be happy with it, or you could spend 30 bucks and get a really good light and be really happy with it, and you can buy three. So when it comes to this, I would be more likely to buy three of these versus one maybe brighter light or you know, a perceived better light, just because I'm more likely to lose this, whether it's this one or another one, and I'd rather lose a $30 one than than a $130 one. These come in at right about 20 bucks, 22 bucks shipped on Amazon. If you go with some of the fancier colors, or this one's actually labeled Matco. I got this one on the tool truck. It was like 32. Obviously, you're going to pay more on the tool truck for something like this than you would on Amazon, which is why I always go to Amazon first before I buy stuff. But I don't know, I like the color, and I like the Matco guy, so I threw him some business, and I'm really happy with it. I love this color, and this is the one I don't really want to use all that much because I don't want to tear it up too bad. Packaging, you actually get an extra one of the little buttons. It does come with two AAA batteries, so that you can fire it up right away and use it. It also comes with a holster or a sheath. I don't really get it because it's a pocket light, but whatever. I think it's dumb, and I have a ton of these, as well as a ton of these little button replacements that just piled up in my toolbox. But if you're the type of person that likes this stuff, well, it comes with one, and that's really cool. Personally, I think it would be a waste, so I wouldn't include it if it were me, but I'm sure there's some folks out there that like that. There's also the MicroStream, which is just like the one AAA version of the Stylus Pro. It's cool. It's a little smaller than I would prefer, but it's actually about the size of the palm of my hand. This is the one I keep in my desk, which I just found out had a battery leak in it, so it doesn't work. We're going to try and fix that one down the road. Overall, again, it's a great light. I think that for 30 bucks, you'll be really happy with it. I own a ton. I can't recommend it enough. Streamlight makes incredibly good lights. I have a couple more in the house that I'll do reviews on for you guys. I just don't really want to be a Streamlight fanboy today and do them all at once. Post your thoughts and comments in the comments section below. If there's a pocket-sized light that you love, let us know what it is, and I'll be more than happy to check it out and maybe upgrade. I don't know. I'm in love with this one, so it's going to take a lot to move me off of it, but if there's something good out there, I'd love to try it. If you guys like the video, throw it a thumbs up on YouTube. I really appreciate that. Also, don't forget to subscribe or share the video. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, obviously on YouTube. You can follow the blog, HumbleMechanic.com. I'll put a link in the show notes to all the rest of the reviews that I've done. You guys can check all those out. If there's a tool you'd like me to review, shoot me an email to charles@HumbleMechanic.com and put tool review in the subject so I know exactly where your email needs to be filtered and I can give it the attention that it deserves. A couple other things before I wrap up. You guys have asked me to do a Toolbox Tour, and I'm going to be doing that for you as soon as I can. I'm going to try and get my toolbox in a better position this weekend to do that. And if I can shoot it on Saturday, I'll do that. It's tough to shoot in the shop because I need to do it after everybody leaves so that I can do a good quality video for you guys. You've also asked me to do a review of this one right here. This one's a little bit less exciting, but I'll be more than happy to do that. There's a lot of junk piled up in this one, but I'll do this one for you guys too. I just want to do the one at the shop first because it's a lot more interesting in my opinion. Also, stay tuned next week, which is going to be like the third week of January. I got a huge giveaway coming up. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, so keep your ears open for that. But let's just say it's not just a free pair of socks. So keep your eyes open on that. It'll be a huge review that a company that I did a product review for a few months ago hooked it up. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.